You're listening to the Tarot Hour, live with Bonnie Michelle. Have questions about your future, departed loved ones, or anything at all? Call the studio line now at 631-451-1039. That's 631-451-1039. And now, let's see what the cards have to say. Here's your host, Bonnie Michelle.
Hi, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Tarot Hour Live with me, Bonnie Michelle. I'm here to answer your questions, so definitely call the office here at 631-451-1039. That's 631-451-1039. So here I am to take your questions. If you have anything about your love life or even a question about a departed loved one, now's the time to give me a call. I'll be here for the next hour for you. And you can find me on Facebook at Bonnie's Tarot Card Readings and Parties. You can follow me on Bonnie Tarot, at Bonnie Tarot. That's right. That's Tarot. And I will be here for the next hour. And joining me in the studio, of course, is my partner in crime, my producer / husband, Ken. How you doing, Ken?
Hello, how you doing?
Okay, so we had a great time this weekend. I hope everybody had a great holiday weekend.
Yeah, I mean, we met some great people. I guess
we were out in West Hampton.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
I think the most amazing part of the whole trip was there was no traffic.
Yeah, you never know what it's going to be like on the island.
Well, they did say that this is one of the most heavily, busy traffic holiday, and going and coming, nothing.
Yeah.
We got lucky.
We're very, very surprised, actually, to see that.
Now, one of the things I wanted to talk about regarding tarot cards and tarot card readings is that there's so many decks out there, hundreds and hundreds of decks. I have several. People ask me all the time, how do I know which one to buy? There's so many. I'm just starting to learn it. There's some for beginners, some for intermediates, and then way advanced. I mean, there's thousands. If you go looking on Google, you're going to find so many. I mean, there's the Morgan Greer. There's the Cat's Eye Tarot, Hanson Roberts, which is my favorite. There's the Rider-Waite, which is what I started with 25 years ago. And I think most people start with that one.
Yeah, I think I started with that as well.
Now, I know that you read many years ago. What was your favorite?
Well, out of all the decks, I started with a few, the ones that you've mentioned as well. But I ended up with a Thoth deck. It's a deck that was created by Aleister Crowley.
That sounds pretty intense.
And Lady Frida. Yeah, it's the art that I think attracted me to that deck.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. I mean, I was doing a lot of reading at the time, of Aleister Crowley's stuff. I was doing a lot of Ordo Templi Orientis reading, and that kind of just, it lent itself to that because he designed the deck.
Well, like I said, my favorite is the Hanson Roberts out of everyone. I mean, I've had so many, but I used to have the Russian Tarot of St. Petersburg, and I used the Morgan Greer, and it was there's just so many. So when people ask me, which I start out with, right, I would say probably the Rider-Waite. And because that's, it's more of an instinct. What are you pulled to? What is which colors, the pictures, the depiction, is it drawing you in? That's what I feel. You got to go with your instinct. And that's what I do every single time. And so that's
great. Yep. We've got some calls coming in.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
All right. Who do we got?
We have Bill from Centerport.
Wow, that's great. Okay. Hi, Bill. You're on the air live. How are you this evening?
Hi. How are you?
Okay. So what is your question for me this evening?
You know what? I'm driving home. I'm just going to pull over because I can hear you better, and this way you can probably hear me.
Oh, that's great. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah. Approximately, actually, it was 2011. My best friend, he committed suicide.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear this.
Yeah, and so, thank you. And, I was really devastated, but he went through a divorce, went through, the financial, everyone's jobs was tanking at that time because of the recession kicking in. And I always thought that, even all my friends, when we grew up, he had it easy. He was a very fun loving guy. Everyone thought that if anybody would do something like that, it would be me, because I came from a very bad background or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just wondering if I thought about reaching out to him via mediums or something like that, but I wasn't sure. I heard your show, so I figured I'd give it a shot. Paul.
Well, okay. What was his name again?
You want his full name?
No, just his first name.
James.
James.
Most people called him Jim. I called him James.
You called him James. Okay, well, what I'm going to do, in a situation like this, when we're trying to see if there's any messages from someone that has departed, what I'm going to do is concentrate to see if there's any messages that he has for you. Okay?
Okay.
So, and you say he passed in 2011?
Yeah. April.
Okay. Let's see. I'm just shuffling the cards here. I'm trying to, not in a sense channel, but get a clear feeling from him to see what he might have to say for you this evening. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Was there some money issues involved that you know of that he was dealing with?
Yes.
Because I'm getting a lot of pentacle cards, and pentacle cards represent money and career and financial situations, and this is in the position of what was holding him back or what was preventing him from moving forward and having some issues with that. So I kind of feel that that was something that was bothering him, or an issue with career and money, and he was trying to find a way, either how to deal with it or how to find a way to deal with his issues with the Page of Swords. That's trying to figure something out for himself. And with the Eight of Cups in his reading, that means that he felt he needed to move on. He couldn't deal with it and had to put it behind him. And I think he felt that right now he's in a better place. The Ace of Cups as the outcome tells me that he's emotionally and spiritually in a better place. So he wanted me to let you know that. So because that came out very strongly, and I hope that by knowing that gives you some peace of mind that that is the case.
All right. Well, thank you.
Well, thank you very much for calling in. I appreciate it.
All right, bye.
All right, bye-bye.
No, we got a few more calls coming in. If you'd like to pick up another one.
Sure.
Okay, we got Ellie from Manaville. She's got queer questions.
Okay. Hi, Ellie.
Yes, hi.
Hi, how are you this evening?
I'm good. I'm still looking forward to hearing from you.
Well, I'm good. What is your question for me this evening?
The question is my any kind of health concerns going to interfere with two of like my professions or like things? One of them is some music things, and the other is like my haircutting type of thing. It seems like I have to work very hard to like get ahead on either one of them and make some progress. And I'm just wondering what the cards might have to say about that.
In regarding your health concerns? Is that what you said?
Yeah, well, I'm thinking like if any of my health concerns are going to get in the way of me progressing with either one of these things.
Okay, I gotcha.
Is that like, does that make sense?
That does. Makes perfect sense. You know, and even if it didn't, I would make it into sense. So don't worry about that. Yeah. So, yeah, a lot of people ask me questions and they don't know if they're phrasing it correctly.
Yeah.
So I just kind of phrase it for them to make sense for you and me. So let me take a look and see what's going on for you, Ellie, okay?
Okay.
Let's see. reason why I shuffle so much is because after I read someone, I want to be able to clear that energy so I make room for the next person.
Right.
So, let's see. Okay, well, right now, your health situation is showing me the Hangman. So that definitely is telling me that there are times when your health will kind of pull you back a little bit.
Right.
And that's probably why you feel a little low feeling as far as moving forward in your careers and your work and stuff like that. The card on you right now is a Ten of Swords. So I kind of feel like right now is the time that's probably where you probably won't feel the greatest. I'll be honest with you. You know, and your mind is all over the place. You're trying to figure out, you know, am I going to feel better? Will I be able to get this done? Will I be able to afford to take care of this? And will the money come in if, you know, if my health doesn't improve? But right now, I kind of feel that with the Hangman, in a general sense, your health just kind of feels kind of where you're just hanging in the balance and trying to do the best you can under the circumstances. You want to work. It's not that you don't want to. I feel with the Three of Pentacles, that's someone who does want to do the work, someone who wants to put the effort in and move forward and be productive. Now, the good thing is that we get to the Strength card. The Strength card is where your energy starts to pick up a little bit more. So even if your energy is low right now and you're not feeling up to par to doing as much as you normally do, the Strength card is showing me that your health will improve, it will get stronger, and you're going to start to pick up a little bit more energy that you remember from before. So don't, even though if it feels a little bit low right now, don't worry about it. You're going to be okay.
Okay.
And I believe you'll be able to do the things you want to do and get back into it. Probably you'll feel more up to that between 3 and 6 months from now.
Uh-huh. Okay, that's good.
Okay. That sounds pretty good. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Thank you so much for doing the reading. And I was interested in what you said about the tarot cards because I did take out the little teeny book that I mentioned and the cards. And they do always, even when you have to look them up and you're not so adept at them, they do always tell the story.
They do, absolutely. You know, sometimes it could be a quick story, sometimes it could be a long story, but the cards are very vivid. Sometimes they're very vocal in a sense, but the pictures are very striking and they just tell you, and they kind of flow from one card to the next, you know, and they kind of, depending on which one, of course, and how they are laid out, like I do the Celtic Cross, which is 10 cards, and from one goes into the next, and it kind of just, you know, speaks to you. But I appreciate you calling in, and your energy is definitely going to pick up. So I definitely see you getting back to work and with a lot more energy.
Oh, good. Well, I thank you so much for reading me, and I look forward to even a private session, I think.
Well, thank you so much, and have a great night, and get home safe.
Thank you.
All right. Be well.
Thank you, you too.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
She brought up a great question. I mean, people that are starting out reading cards.
All right. Again, the number in the studio is 631-451-1039. That's 631-451-1039. So give us a call in the studio.
Yeah, so what we were saying was books.
Yeah.
Yeah, people that are learning how to read for the first time. Is there any books that you would recommend or anything like that? Easy Tarot for Beginners?
Well, that would be the one that comes to
mind. That's the one that came to my mind as well.
Yeah, because it details everything for every topic and everything that you could actually ever look for or need any information for every area of your life, every detail. You know, so that's a pretty good one.
Right, it breaks up the different types of cards there are and can explain them more carefully.
It is. I just wanted to say one more time, you can find me on Facebook at Bonnie's Tarot Card Readings and Parties, and follow me on Twitter at Bonnie Tarot. That's Tarot. And I just wanted to say that there are times on my pages that I have contests where you can win a free reading every now and then. So if you follow me on Facebook or Twitter, you never know, you might actually win a free reading, whether it's a question, 15 minutes, or a half hour. And I'll also be at a couple of fairs in the next month or two. And as we get closer to those, I'll definitely bring that up in locations. You can actually follow me and show up there. I'll have raffles to try and win readings, and there'll be great vendors and everything. So, and we're definitely coming up for the holiday season. Oh my gosh, September. I don't want to even think about the cold weather, but it is upon us. Oh my gosh, I think I'm going to hold up in the house a little bit,
Cool. Want to take one more call?
Sure.
Great. We got Wendy from Lake Grove.
Okay.
She's got some health questions.
All right. Hi, Wendy. Hello?
Yep.
Oh, is she there?
Hello?
Hi, Wendy.
Hi, Bonnie.
Hi, how are you this evening?
Okay, fine. How are you?
Okay, what can I help you with this evening?
Well, I just heard health questions before, and I have a health question also, not to be repetitive.
Sure.
But I've had a lot of health issues lately, and most recently I've had kidney problems, and I've just had one thing after another, and I was wondering if you could tell me if there's going to be more obstacles or changes or maybe some kind of improvements in the near future for me.
Absolutely. I'll definitely take a look at that for you.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. And as I shuffle the cards, let's take a look. Well, the first thing that showed up is the Seven of Cups. That tells me that your mind is all over the place and you're thinking the worst. It's kind of like, in a way, that because so much has happened to you, that I don't want to downplay it and say that, that sometimes represents a hypochondriac, that we always think there's more going to be worse down the line because we've hit so much negative and bad things in the present and in the recent past, and you're getting so tired and frustrated with the Nine of Wands by all of this happening to you.
Yeah.
And it's bringing your energy kind of low. And now, what I do like for you is in your environment card, which is the Wheel of Fortune, which to me represents the physical body. That tells me that is a very lucky card for you. So I know you don't see it right now, but what that tells me that the Wheel of Fortune, great card to have in a health reading, because that tells me that there will be improvements. Now, it may not be right away with the Hangman. Sometimes things have to wait before things get better, but it's definitely going to improve. And I also see the Knight of Swords. When I see any knight, really, that tells me when situations come and go. So there are going to be times when you feel like things are leaving and you're feeling a little bit better, and then something's going to kind of replace it, and then you feel like things are just constantly happening to you.
That's so true.
But I want you to know that in a matter of like a timing frame kind of situation, things will definitely pick up for the better for you. So I know you don't see it right now because you have the Seven of Cups, so your mind is wandering and going towards the worst. But I just want you to know, Wendy, that things will get better and things will move on and things will be worked on and things will be taken care of. And I just want you to know that you're going to be okay.
That's great. Do you have any kind of like a time frame? Is it 6 months or a year?
Well, I'm going to go about a year.
Okay.
I know that's a little bit longer than you probably were kind of hoping.
No, I was kind of expecting, but that's great to know that there'd be some kind of improvement. That's great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Bonnie.
You're welcome. Have a great
Okay.
night and feel good.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye. Sweet lady.
Yeah, very nice.
Hope she feels better. Again, call us in the studio here at 631-451-1039. That's 631-451-1039. Again, you can find me on Facebook, Bonnie's Tarot Card Readings and Parties. And you can follow me on Twitter at Bonnie Tarot, Tarot. And we're going to take a break, and please come on back.
You're listening to the Tarot Hour, live with Bonnie Michelle. Have questions about your future, departed loved ones, or anything at all? Call the studio line now at 631-451-1039. That's 631-451-1039. And now, let's see what the cards have to say. Here's your host, Bonnie Michelle.
Hi, and welcome back to Tarot Hour Live with me, Bonnie Michelle. Definitely give a call into the studio, answer questions about your love life. Maybe you have a question about a departed one, about a career, financial situation. Give us a call at 631-451-1039. That's 631-451-1039. And again, you can find me on Facebook at Bonnie's Tarot Card Readings and Parties. You can follow me on Twitter at Bonnie Tarot. And if you want a private reading where I do fundraisers, parties, events of all kinds, you can reach me in my office privately, 917-902-8873. That's 917-902-8873. Now, there's something that I wanted to talk about that people probably don't even realize, but when you read tarot cards, that sometimes you can actually transfer that to a regular set of regular playing cards.
Have you ever done that?
I did. I did it probably about 18 years ago. That's how I remember it so strongly in my mind. It's such a rare occasion. But now there's the swords, wands, cups, and pentacles in tarot cards. And the swords equals to spades. The wands equals to clubs, cups to hearts, pentacles to diamonds. So I remember one year I was in Florida and somebody approached me and they said, well, can you read my cards? And I didn't have my tarot cards with me. I said, but you know what? If you can get a regular set of playing cards, come back to me. So he went to the front desk. He came back with a regular deck of cards. And I was able to proceed to read for him like a regular reading, although I don't have the kind of pictures I do here. Right. But I was actually able to give him what he was looking for. I remember, believe it or not, I still remember it was a relationship question. And
I was about to ask.
Yeah, it was a relationship question. And it went pretty well. Not many people know that I can do that. But if I didn't have them with me, then all you need is a regular playing cards.
And you can play poker if you run out of things to do.
Well, I don't think I don't know how to play poker, so that will have to cancel me out.
Well, we've got a couple of calls coming in. You want to take one?
Sure. Rosemary?
Yes.
Hi, welcome live, Bonnie Michelle. What kind of question?
How are you?
Okay, thanks for calling in.
I have a question.
Sure.
About like a long distance relationship.
Okay.
My daughter's in a long distance relationship for almost 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of far, like they don't really see each other a lot.
Okay.
I'm just wondering do you think that something like that can last?
All right. I tell you what, I'm going to look at it from his perspective, okay?
Okay.
Now tell me what your daughter's first name and her boyfriend's first name is.
Jessica and Dan.
Jessica and Dan. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at it from Dan's perspective so we see what he's thinking. Okay? Okay. see. Now I'm just going to shuffle the cards like usually so I can get the feeling of your question.
Okay.
And concentrate, and we'll see what he is thinking about her and see where it's going.
Okay.
Okay, let's see here. Okay. Well, let me ask you this question. Now, your daughter, Jessica, is she feeling a little bit frustrated right now? Sometimes gets a little bit annoyed by what's going on?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, because the card that represents her, even though I'm asking about him and what his thoughts are, sometimes her card will come out or what he thinks she's going through. So I kind of feel like it's showing me the Nine of Wands on her from Dan's perspective. So he sees her being upset, annoyed, frustrated, maybe a little argumentative because of the fact that they're apart that much. However, his intentions are really pretty good. I'll tell you that much.
Okay.
He's got the Star card. Now, whenever I get the Star card in any relationship, that means that he feels a strong connection to her, possibly even a soulmate connection, because he does feel that he feels like she's really a fantastic person. And he will, I believe, in the near future, he might even try a little bit harder with the Magician. The Magician is trying to make things happen. So I feel like he's going to try to do a little bit more, make her see that she doesn't have to be that upset. But right now, he's got the Tower card on him. And so there is a little bit of rockiness at this very moment from his perspective.
Okay.
So he's feeling that things are a little bit rocky because he's picking that up from her. So he doesn't want her to be disappointed, and the Five of Cups is the disappointment card, and he doesn't want her to go there. So he is going to try to do what he can. He wants this relationship to work. I don't feel like he wants it to end or anything like that, but I definitely feel that the Sun card is crowning him. So that tells me that he's hoping that all the bad stuff will go away and the good stuff will come out. You know?
Okay,
So
perfect.
I feel like she wants to have that more of a relationship, more of that commitment, but she does miss him.
Right.
She's got the Five of Pentacles in her heart. So that's the card of missing and not having enough time to see somebody.
Yeah.
And she's hoping that if it's just a matter of timing with the Wheel of Fortune, she's willing to wait, but she wants to know that there's that true relationship. And I see her wanting to travel to see him as well. Is she planning on doing that, or is she thinking about it?
Yeah, she just came back from seeing him.
She just came back. Okay.
Right.
So, yes, I definitely feel that from Dan's perspective that he does feel committed and attracted and feels that she's a very special person. So I definitely think they're going to work on it and give it their all.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're so welcome. Have a great night. Thanks for calling in.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, so there's a couple of things that I wanted to ask you about. Can people read for themselves?
Well, that's a good question. I remember many years when I started out, I used to read for myself, but very minor questions.
Right.
Like if I wanted to know if a boy was going to call and the Page of Wands or any communication cards would fall out, I knew for sure 100% that person would call, and he would.
How about reading for family members?
Well, that's a tricky thing.
Right.
Well, as far as still reading for myself, I wouldn't read anything major because I don't want to influence what the cards have to say to the point where, if it's about me, it's a very tricky area. The same thing with family members. Now, I definitely have family members coming to me and asking me questions.
Right.
Definitely. That's all the time.
Right.
But sometimes it's easier because I know them that I can have more insight into the situation. And other times, it could be tricky, whether it's a health situation or a business. Sometimes they don't want you to be too influenced because of how close you are to the family member.
Right.
But I don't have a problem with it. It's just sometimes it can be a gray area.
Right. So you basically don't want your emotions to your personal emotions to kind of cloud, I guess, what you're seeing or interpreting of the cards. Is that good?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Of that?
That's a pretty good assessment of it. I'd say so.
Okay. Well,
Again, the phone number in the studio is 631-451-1039. That's 631-451-1039. Again, you can find me on Facebook, Bonnie's Tarot Card Readings and Parties. You can follow me on Twitter at Bonnie Tarot, Tarot. Sometimes people don't know how to spell that. So, I just want to make sure they know. And, of course, you can track me down for a private reading, fundraiser, event, or party of any kind. 917-902-8873. Again, that's 917-902-8873.
all right, so let's go to another call. We've got Kenny from Freeport.
Okay.
She's got some work-related questions.
Okay, sounds good to me. Kenny, are you on the air?
Yes. Hi, this is Kenny from Seaford.
Hi, thanks for calling live with Bonnie Michelle. What's your question for me this evening?
Well, I have a work-related question, actually. I'm currently freelancing in a company, but I'm wondering now, how does the future hold for me as far as finding a permanent position?
Okay. Was there a time frame that you were looking at, or?
Well, I'm at this company freelancing for the next couple of months, so. But I'm also looking for a permanent position. So within, I guess, the next 3-4 months.
Okay.
Let's say by the end of the year, let's say.
Okay, you got it. Okay. I'm going to shuffle the cards because I want to make sure after every person I reach for, we want the new energy and clear the old energy. Okay, let's take a look and see what's going on. Okay. Well, the first thing that I see for you, Kenny, is the Four of Cups with the Five of Pentacles. Now, that situation is representing a financial dilemma in a sense, because you're looking for a certain salary, I guess I should say, or financial area where when right now with doing your freelancing, it is definitely a temporary situation, and I definitely see you still working there for the next, from what it shows me, the Three of Pentacles should be for at least another 3 months. And because then we have the Death card, which is transformation. So this particular job that you're working on will definitely come to a conclusion around that time. Now, what I do like for you is we have the Six of Swords and the Six of Wands. Now, that's pretty cool because when you have a lot of sixes in a reading, that means that there's got to be a lot more communication. You want to get your resume out there. You want to get the word out there. You want to go with the flow and get a pattern of people in the business of knowing that you're available. But with the Six of Wands also, that means victory. Okay, that means obtaining what you're seeking. So by the time, I'd say 6 months from now, that you should be able to find something of a more permanent nature. But remember, it shows that you have to be proactive. and get the word out there, make the phone calls, send the resumes, do everything that's necessary to do that. But I definitely see career ahead of you. I definitely see victory, getting what you want. I definitely see you working hard. But for this particular job that you're working on now, I definitely see a conclusion coming up pretty soon. So, but that doesn't mean that, once that ends, you're not going to find anything. Just give yourself a little bit of time and you definitely are going to find something. Probably, like I said, within that 6-month period of time with the Six of Wands, that usually tells me that that it will be in the time frame that you're hopefully looking for.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate this. Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. Good luck with that.
Right.
See, the death card showed
Yeah, I
up.
was about to ask you.
A lot of people are very concerned about that card when they see it. They always fear it based on all the TV shows and the movies and everything that comes up with that. That's definitely a concern, and they get scared. And I believe that the fear comes from the fact that it's just an unknown situation. If people just don't know what's out there or what really it means, then there's that fear that kicks in. But it just means transformation, the end of the old, beginning of the new. So it's not really the term for a physical death. It's more or less just that there's going to be major changes coming into your life at that point.
Right. I noticed, the cards, you have them going in different directions. Does direction make any difference as far as up or down?
Like reverse cards.
Yes.
A lot of people do use reverse cards, but I don't.
Right.
Because every card has a positive and a negative, and it really just depends on where you lay the cards down. And it's also the card itself. So if you get the Tower, you know that there's something negative going on. But if you get the Star card, which is something really to look forward to and a very positive flowing card, you know that it will be positive. But if it's in a fear position, then sometimes the Star can mean something not so happy, not so positive, but you know that it's a negative. So even though there's positive and negatives every card, I don't feel personally that I have to reverse them. Now, other people did. Now, I know you used to read, so did you used to do the reverse cards?
I did do reverse cards, but it would really depend on what the cards next to them were saying.
Right.
Where they landed in the spread. So sometimes you could look at a reverse card and it makes no sense whatsoever to reverse that card, even though it looks reversed. So that would be a way of washing away that idea of looking at a reverse for me.
Right. Well, I feel more comfortable putting every card straight up. And if there's something negative that's going to come out, it will show me. Right. I don't feel like I have to do that. But there's so many readers out there. There's, everybody has their way of reading and their interpretation. Right. But I will say this much, that if you are looking for a reader or a medium or a psychic or something like that, you have to go with your intuition, your gut feeling, because that will take you far, because you never know who you're going to be dealing with. And also go by word of mouth. That's also very important as well. And just so we don't forget, you can find me on Facebook at Bonnie's Tarot Card Readings and Parties. You can follow me on Twitter at Bonnie Tarot. You can give me a call for a private reading or event or party fundraiser, 917-902-8873. Again, that's 917-902-8873. So like I said in the last show, the tarot cards has 78 cards.
Right.
There's 22 major arcana and 56 minor.
Right.
The major arcanas are like the Star, the Sun, the Tower, the Death card.
Right, the Death card.
These cards follow your spiritual path, your journey, where you're headed. Sometimes people are lost and they don't know which way to turn. Right. So this basically tells you the kind of path that you should lead or where you're heading. You may see it coming and you may not. Now, the minor arcana, those are 56 cards.
Right.
Those are divided into the 4 suits that I spoke of earlier, the swords, wands, cups, and pentacles. Now, those represent everyday life situations. Is someone going to get a divorce, go on a trip, get fired, get married, have a child? It's those mundane, everyday activities that happens in our lives, and we just want to know more information. So again, you can find me at Bonnie's Tarot Card Readings and Parties. You can follow me on Twitter at Bonnie Tarot. You can give me a call at 917-902-8873, 917-902-8873. Thank you for joining me here. I'll be here every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. live with Bonnie Michelle at 103.9. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.